What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle Fault. This is the police! Welcome on in. It's time for us to orchestrate some more cops and hopefully, I don't know, I'm kind of leaning towards being a criminal. I'm not gonna lie, you can't give me any amount of power, otherwise I'm gonna abuse it. I am just a petty tyrant in a petty castle. And unfortunately, if you ever made me police chief, that'd be a mistake. I'd be like, well, I mean, I've always wanted to be a mobster, and this seems like a really, really good way to just, like, get there. So maybe I'll just do that. So I'm gonna wait and see. I bet DeBrito's gonna come up at some point. He's be like, "Hey, I've got an offer for you." And I'm gonna be like, "Oh, what's going on, DeBrito?" He'd be like, "It's just some money. Just don't go look on that corner over there." And I'll be like, "Okay, I won't look on that corner over there." End the day. Checkpoint. Let's see. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Ooh, that's not gonna go over well. Officer Blaine explains, "I thought she was a suicide bomber." Mayor Rogers, the city has no problems with racists. Yeah, I'm definitely not firing my black cops.
Why would a man need a barn? To store all the stuff you can't bring home. About 30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then, there's something I always kept in the barn.
It's a dead guy.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years we worked together, Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
How long you been dating the lover boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance. Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me. My family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please. I have a commitment to them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn fool who puts his daughters in the crosshairs in the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
God, I don't know. It's his own fault. I mean, most mafia, like, most organized crime has rules about kids, too. His wife's probably gonna get blasted. They normally have rules about women too, but if the women are connected to connected dudes, if you get caught in the crossfire, oh well. But kids are normally like way, way, way off the list for organized crime, unless it's like that crazy cartel shit. They kill everybody, but what are you gonna do? I don't know, man. I feel like if I refuse to help him, then the mafia won't be on my ass for the rest of the game. If I help him, then I'm assuming some guy's gonna show up and be like, "You owe me money," and I don't want to be doing that right now. Fine. Oh man, homies.
Give him my phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack,
Get the fuck out of my nice, cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the most popular police chief in the history of the city, and I have to admit, I've thought about that more than once, sometimes with a little pride even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
You're looking at it all wrong. He's a gangster. He's a gangster. You get like theme songs and shit now. Birch didn't come into work today. My neighbor died and my wife asked me to help with the funeral arrangements. Can I take the day off? No, it's your neighbor. Who cares? I don't even know my neighbor's name. Like, what? Why can't she do the funeral arrangements, man? Come into work. God, man, people coming up with excuses around here. So wait, somebody that's not even related to you died? Come on, man. I'm easy going. Like, if it was your wife or like your mom or something, cool, don't come into work. Like your neighbor's uncle's cousin's sister's brother. And your wife's already over there. Stop messing with me, Robbins. Stop messing with me. Why did he lose energy for coming into work that he would have otherwise come in for? Shift A is seeming a little light right now. Or is it just me? We got some people ready to go, but we don't have the best shift on A. That makes me a little worried. We'll have to get the detectives together, too. Let's see. Let's try a new jam today. Billabong by Lynn Bernard. No matter how you treat the city's administration, the police station is at their mercy. In order to maintain reasonable working conditions, you must send the appropriate request to the mayor. Decisions from City Hall depend on whether or not they're satisfied with your work. You can send requests once a week. The fools in the charge of the city may refuse outright or accept only some of your requests. So only ask for what you really, really need. I don't know what they want me to need right now. I could use a new officer. I mean, I don't have to send in requests right now, though, do I? I need a raise. Somebody give me more money. Inside the police station, who's on the labor market right now? Labor market's a little bit skimp. We may want to... And that's from City Hall. They told me to do that. Huh. Man, the world is a messed up place. You know that? I'm gonna fire my black officers. You can get dealt with. Disorderly conduct. Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. He refuses to go away and growls at anybody that approaches. Scares off our customers. Alright. Send Stovall and Grant. It's close. It's like 30 seconds away. Robbery, the Touch of Dionysus liquor store. A witness looked on from a window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. Wait, so how do I send... Oh, I can send SWAT as support. Okay. Yeah, send whoever you gotta send. I mean, that's an armed robbery in progress. We gotta send somebody out, and we gotta make sure it ends up safe, so... Oh, man, we got another call coming in right here. What is this? 2 Elvis impersonators are fighting. Unfortunately, I got nothing right now. I got nobody to help out with it. That's just gonna have to go by. Disorderly conduct. The offender was caught. Oh, there it is. Everybody gets a little bit more professional. I thought about keeping somebody in reserve, but what are you going to do? Shop has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Drive a patrol car through the front window. What? Oh, man. Come on. Right through the... Who would choose that option? Just, oh, yeah! Bad boys, what you gonna do? Get down on the ground! Oh, God. Just go through the main entrance. The stick-up man has noticed the police presence took a cashier as hostage. He holds his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn head off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. So we can be decisive or we can hope for the best. Now, most robbers don't want to kill somebody. Most robbers are avoiding that at all costs because that increase... I mean, he went in with a gun. So he was ready to shoot somebody, but usually taking a hostage... I don't think most hostage takers, well, at least in the classical sense, want to shoot people. Normally, they just feel like they haven't been listened to. This guy's desperate, though. He was just in the middle of a robbery, so maybe... I don't know. Let's be decisive. Action movie. The robber grows visibly nervous. "Please, don't shoot. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go." Nobody was hurt. The cashier begins to cry. So we can say, shoot the robber. We can say there's 2 ways out of the shop in cuffs or in a body bag. Probably don't want to go with that one. I'll let you leave here upright, but only if you release the hostage. Yeah! Look at you guys. Solving hostage crises. Being all professional. Having that mustache. Look at that smug look on his face. He knows. Everybody on this squad right here. See, Robbins is ice cold. Robbins is an ice cold piece. You could tell by looking at him. Burns is over here just like, yup. Wonder Boy. He looks like Jack Black. I don't know. With the power of our rock, we have stopped the crime. A robbery. An antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Lang while she was on her way to the pawn shop. Alright, Mosier and Beasley here on it. It's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned on the beaches in cities of Freeburg, and the press was up in an uproar. Please send somebody to keep an eye on things. Yeah, send Grant. She's remedial anyways. Let's see here, Jack. This year, the organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. It now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd love to do well in the competition. So that one's for pay. Let's see if anything else comes up. I'm going to wait for my officers to restock real fast. And it's not that far from the police station. Probably send Stovall and somebody else if we're trying to make real money. Well, nothing else came up, so investigation is started on the robbery. Yeah, we'll make it work. Send him. God, why do you guys have your flashers on right now? This is not an emergency. Running red lights and shit, just be like, it's an emergency! I need to go to a shooting contest right now! Just drive over there, man. Take your civilian cars. Like, people, aren't they going to be suspicious? We got a robbery here. You've got 3 frames. Let's open this thing on up. See, I didn't see a weapon in his hands. He just saw him grab the bag and ride off. It was definitely not a local biker. They're bald and have beards, but this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. I couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like those other bikers that hang around. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't have time to see if he was a man or woman. Me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. I was going to pawn an antique necklace, which has been in my family for centuries. As I was carrying it down, a man grabbed my... Okay, so they said it was a jacket and he looked Japanese. So he pulled up, grabbed the purse. I mean, there's probably something in the middle right there, but we can assume that that's not it because somebody already corroborated and said that it wasn't a bald guy. It was a guy who looked like he was Chinese or Japanese, and he was wearing a jacket. This guy has no jacket. He's not. He has bald and he has a beard. They specifically said no bald, no beard, and a jacket, so we know we've got at least something going on right there. We'll wait to see how that all goes down. Tomorrow is the deadline. I'm not firing my black cops. I don't care what you say. It's not happening. There was a fight in a residential area. The offender escaped. Investigation is good. We did it, Boyd. We won. Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. He even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we were taking a day off. We deserve it. No, you don't just get to say I'm taking a day. Oh, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. Okay, so a guard went out for a smoke and saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. Chase the brat up the tree. You could take it from there. Alright, we'll send him over. Send SWAT! Destruction of property. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." Welp, sorry guys. Y'all are on your own. These two assholes decided to bail out on you. Something that I did take notice of. Though they did level up a lot, so that's a plus. We probably could have just rode today out, but here's your week's salary. City Hall hopes we don't disappoint. $4,800 a month isn't bad for like a 1980s cop. It's okay. Fender escaped. I could have figured as much. At least we responded, though, on the plus side. Yeah, you guys are bad at your job, I know. Looks like tomorrow's going to be a long day, more like the first of a long day. There's going to be a lot of long days. There's just too much going on. Well, luckily Squad A is all ready to go. I'm sorry, Shift B is up tomorrow, right? Shift A has some ringers. Shift A definitely has some ringers, but the fact that they decided to bail out after that shooting contest definitely has my butt in a ruffle. These employees, man, killing me slowly. Rogers is responsible for Freeburg PD breakdown. Mayor Rogers not afraid of the competition. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Off to work we go.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this. Of course, they could have shot them the second they took the photo, but I knew Kendrick and his family were all right. Either way, the message was not that they got out. It meant that I was in. My servitude to the mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse. Boyd.
Good morning, Jack. I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you, Jack, if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
I don't talk to people who don't tell me their names.
Oh, Jack, don't be so childish. You're too old to run away from strangers. Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, you'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Eight in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the only thing I can think, what's going to happen to 8 and 10?
I still feel like you're looking at this all the wrong way. Numata just didn't come in today. Yesterday I lost a bet and calls my call. Okay, I better get to the hospital. Yeah, go to the hospital. Would you swallow a car key, you dipshit? So Yamada just didn't come in? She just like quit? Oh, she was one of my better guys too, right? Maybe Yamada was the 110. That's okay. I was probably going to fire her anyways. We're going back to this. This song is my jam right here. This ginger green shit. We're down on this. Yup, there it is. And we're out of time for the day. So my name is Splattercat. I will see you all in the next episode of This Is Not Police. All right. Hi to everybody. I hope you're enjoying it so far. I'm having a lot of fun with it, even though my cops are morons and incompetent. Well, what are you going to do? Such is life. Bye, everybody.